number. In the case of translations, the input is going to be an ordered pair. And the output will also be an ordered pair that may be written like this. And in this case, the A is the number of units translated horizontally. If A is positive, that means the shape is going to move to the right. And if A is negative, the shape is going to move to the left. And B is the number of units translated vertically. So if B is positive, that means the shape moves up. And if B is negative, the shape is going to move down. Now there are a couple different ways that you can notate a translation. The first is using a function rule, which will be written out like this. So think of the T as representing translation, and here are A and B values. You can also use a mapping rule. So in this case, you'll begin with a coordinate, and that translates to a new coordinate. And notice that the new coordinate includes our A and B values. Now both of these notations mean the same thing, and you might see them used interchangeably. And also keep in mind that even though it sounds like a translation happens by moving horizontally and then vertically, in reality a translation is moving along grades that are parallel to each other. Let's actually take a look at a translation on a coordinate plane. So now that we have a coordinate grid, it's easier to see how a translation moves. Let's take a look at this example. What is the image of triangle JKL after the transformation xy to x minus 5, y plus 4? Right, so this means that the x values on all the vertices are going to be moving to the left 5 and are going to be going up 4. All right, so let's begin with one vertex. Now J is located at 2, 1. I need to translate it now to J prime. So that's going to be at x, or 2, minus 5. And it will be at y, or 1, plus 4. So if I simplify this, I now can see that J prime will be at negative 3, 5. So let me add that to the coordinate plane. Here's J prime. Let's do the same with the other vertices. So K is located at 6, 0. I want to translate that to K prime. So I'm going to begin with x, 6, minus 5, so that's 1, and y is 0, plus 4, so that's 4. So let me add that as well to the coordinate plane. And let's also take a look at L. So L is located at 2, negative 1, which means that L prime is going to be at 2 minus 5, negative 3, and negative 1 plus 4, 3. And I can add that as well to the coordinate plane. But remember, we're not just working with vertices, we're talking about translating the shape. So I need to connect those vertices together so I can see my image. And I can see now that the image is the same shape, the same size, the same orientation as the pre-image. In fact, each of these vertices move the same direction and the same distance. So this is a translation. Also keep in mind that if you forget the rule to add to the coordinates, you could also just count to the left 5 and count up 4. Now, you're ready to determine translations on a coordinate grid.